I ain't the fastest, but I'm pretty damn fast. You ain't got to be no athlete to be good at this. You just got to be thinking about what you're doing and know how to work with said equipment and be a pimp. Pimp the equipment. Don't let it pimp you. Just saying, y'all. See, there's a sprayer right there, and y'all see they take the covers off of the top of the mower. Y'all see that? Pretty nice little setup. He's oranged out. He's oranged out, ain't he? Hey, y'all, good morning, good morning. So it's Wednesday. We got a lot of rain last night. We're going to try to get out here and mow some. There's not, you know, the water's not puddled up in some spots on my property that does when it rains a lot. So maybe the ground probably just needs a lot of water, man. I don't know. Water doesn't seem to be puddling. So we're gonna get out here and try to get this $850, man. So we need to get that done today, get all the things on the list done today and tomorrow. So a couple things. So yesterday after work, I did a video, but I don't know how good it came out. I went and looked at a job that the lady called me about yesterday. And sometimes, you know, just being that guy that's available and, you know, and on point, you can fall into some really sweet stuff. So, and I'll show you guys what I'm talking about, you know, as we move forward. So I picked up another customer and I got her. She's gonna be having me come every time I do the HOA. Well, I'm gonna pull down in there and I'm gonna cut her little piece of property too. So now that's 3 things that we do that's a little bit extra over there, and the HOA is only paying $500, but we got 3 things that I do outside of the HOA that pays us an additional $160. So the HOA basically is $660 now. So man, I gotta get me some new tires, man. So yeah, that's basically what I did. So she has some skid steer work too. And keep in mind, she is literally, I can literally fly my drone to her house from my back porch. I mean, she's not even a half a mile away. So that's gonna be some work. She also gave me her niece's number. Her niece wants somebody to come and do the bushes over there where she lives at. And she wants to do them once a month. Now, I don't know if that's something that we gonna do. The only way that I'll do that is if it's highly, highly lucrative. It's gotta be lucrative. And again, I wouldn't even consider doing something like that, you know, a monthly bush cutting job, if it were, you know, 15 miles from my house. The reason that I would even entertain it is the fact that the bush job is right down there in the HOA as well. So we may end up with a whole nother property in the HOA that is going to pay additional, you know, $150 or so. Now, the lady that I met with yesterday, the little piece of grass that she wants me to cut, it is it's smaller than the smallest yard that I do. There's not anything, I could weed eat it, literally. And she's gonna pay $60 every 2 weeks to cut that. But she also has some skid steer work too, where she wants me to bring the skid steer over there and dig out and clean up a pond bank that she hired somebody to clean up. And she said they came over there with a with basically a weed eater with a saw blade on the bottom of it. Now, and they told her that they could get all the stuff off the bank of the pond, and they cut it, but everything's growing back now, and that's not what she paid for, she said. So folks, just you know, some of these contractors out here, man, you know, you know, they take on jobs that they're not ready for. You know, that guy had no business over there at that property, you know, trying to sell her on stump removal and stub removal and all that. Had no business over there, really, because she said that he didn't even have a lawnmower, chainsaw, or nothing. That he had to go borrow his dad's chainsaw, and that when the brush cutter blade, that, you know, he had a weed eater with a blade on the bottom of it, not a bicycle handle brush cutter, but he came to her, you know, when he's almost done, is what he's telling her, and he had broke the blade and he couldn't afford to go buy another blade. And when she told me that, I told her, I said, look, the blade's about 15 bucks, man. You know, you can buy, you know, not, you know. So some of the red flags started going up in my head. Man, she must not want to pay, and all this. And I told her $1,000. I said, I'll bring a skid steer over here and my guy over here for $1,000, and we'll spend one morning over here. So she was not shocked at the number, or if she was, I didn't notice it, and I was looking for it. But I told her, you know, as me and her are walking around the pond bank, and I'm seeing all this stuff that would be, you know, a simple thing for me to do. She was saying, well, that guy said he couldn't get them out because they're too close to the water and all this. I said, no. That guy couldn't get them out because he didn't have the equipment it takes to get them out. That's why. It ain't nothing, there's nothing, you know, magical about anything. He didn't do it because he didn't do it because he couldn't do it. You know. And I don't know what she was paying him, but she didn't seem like the type that would, she probably paying him whatever he asked for. You know, if she agreed to it. I didn't negotiate with her. I told her $1,000, and she wants me to do it. She said, let me know when you can come do it, and let's put up, I'll put up, you know, an estimate / summary of work to be done, and for the $1,000. You know, there's a lot that can happen, you know, so I didn't want to, I told her I didn't want to do it by the job because I don't know how to bid it. To make the most money, you probably need to do it by the job, because I could probably go over there and I know in just a few hours clear off the pond thing, and then I could have my guy that's on the ground, he could go trim a few trees that me and her talked about with just the pole saw stuff. So that's the job we got coming up. It's going to happen. Another job that's going to happen too is I'm definitely got that job. I just got to do a little bit of legwork on this end to let her know when I can come, because she wants to have pine straw down. And I personally told her I wouldn't waste my money on pine straw, but okay. Some homeowners are set in their ways, and that's what they're going to do, what they're going to do, and that's all they're going to do, and that's what they're going to do. And no matter what I say, it's going to change that. And her yard is absolutely beautiful. She has grass in the front yard that apparently her neighbor, millionaire neighbor, likes to cut her grass over there, so he keeps it cut, and he don't even charge her. But he don't want to put his mower on that back stuff back there by the pond. Okay, cool. We're literally talking about 1,000 square feet of grass, y'all. That's literally, I don't even know if it's that much. But she'll pay $60 for that, so, you know, we can do that. He got them big scales. We got 2 stand-ons there. I never noticed that. I hope that. So basically, what I'm doing, this is what I do every year. It seems like what I want to do now is I want to try to, you know, get more skid steer work lined up for the winter. A couple of jobs that I got going on that I know I'm going to get. It's just a matter of me doing the legwork. They're not. They got to be done before the end of the summer. Now, if I want to do that sod job, it's only 2 pallets of sod. We could probably do that, but we need to do that in the next couple of weeks, so it'll take before the end of the year. I need the sod to take before the end of the year so I can wash my hands of it and not have to worry not worry, but be concerned all winter about the Bermuda dying or whatever. True enough, you can plant it any time of the year and it'll green up when the weather's right. For me, and for down here where I'm at, the Bermuda that I buy, the Bermuda that I cut, the Bermuda that I install, well, the temperature needs to be a consistent 80 degrees or so for the Bermuda to start greening up. What happens in the wintertime, though, is you never know what can happen. You know, I want Bermuda to be able to put it on the ground, press it, and it green up. And then if it could just green up one time and I can mow it once or maybe twice before the end of the season, that's ideally what you want. And for me, that's my thinking. I got a disclaimer, y'all know this right here, but that's how I am with sod. And I know there's gonna be people coming up, you can put the sod down, it'll green up in the spring. Yeah, it will, but it's got to sit there all winter, and that means I won't be able to put a lawnmower on it. That means I won't be able. There's a lot of little things I won't be able to do to help to keep the leaves and stuff off of it all winter. Not to mention, it won't green up either until the spring, and I don't want to go all winter and then okay, spring comes rolling around, and now there's 5 pieces dead that did not green up. So now I got to go deal with that, and I got to, you know, go buy 5 pieces, you know, and replace that. That's just a hassle. So that's just my thinking. I don't normally do sod. I have, but I don't do sod when we're, you know, after August. I mean, I just assume wait. This particular customer is, well, I've done a lot of work for her over the years. She's been my customer for at least 12 or 13 years, so it ain't about money or nothing. It's about, well, I guess it is about money. I got to call and get the sod prices. So, and I tell you what, the sod is going to be plump and beautiful. We've had rain, so much rain, and any sod job you do right now, the sod that you buy, oh my God, it's going to be just beautiful. Beautiful. So, yeah. Well, y'all, I need to be calling the sod place. Deuces. Alright, y'all, that's one down for me. Now I got to go do these 2 that are next door to each other. You guys have seen these 2. This is the job where I lifted up that shed, you know, where she paid me to fix that side over there and everything, where her shed is, where it was falling into the hole, and I fixed it, filled the hole in and picked the shed back up to as close to level as I could get. Yeah, so that's where I'm going now. There's 2 there that I do, and then yeah, we're doing good on time. The way I got these routes, man, they are really tight. You know, I love it. You know, a few little tweaks that trailer actually is bent, boy. A few little tweaks though to this route. I think that maybe we can incorporate another couple properties if my guy would have him do the one I just did, because he's on that road anyway. So yeah, this trailer in front of me, man, oh my God. Look over here, look how at an angle that is. Look at that. He's got a bent axle for sure. I mean, I don't know if that shows on camera, but it's yeah. What that does is that wears out the freaking inside of the tire. It looks like it's only bent on that side though. I don't know. I know that little lift right there don't weigh enough to put, you know. So, like I always talk about, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to weed it. So I'm going to get out, grab the weed eater off the mower, and I'm going to go on and weed it everywhere. Because, see, right now, I'm cool from the AC. I'm not tired. If I get out here on the mower and get to mowing, I'll be all sweaty, and then I got to weed eat. So I'd rather go on and start off weed eating while I'm fresh. And that's how I roll, man. I'm gonna do this one first today. Usually I go over here and do the back of that one. Well, let's go on. I'm gonna go on and weed eat this one first because that's the way I feel like doing it today. It doesn't matter. I do them the same. But I weed eat everything first, and then I'll mow. Most jobs are like that when I'm by myself, and it's because, like I've said it before in many videos, where I'm in the truck. I've been riding for 10 minutes. I've cooled down and everything. So why in the world would I want to mow first? And then I can't use the mower for cleanup. I mean, that, you know, I still can't get past that. And I know that people, you know, come at me all the time telling, well, everybody knows it's faster to mow first. I don't think so. If it's faster, it's not nearly as thorough. You got to know what, of course, you got to know what to weed eat too. And I do. I've been doing this a long time, so deuces. See, my guy, he didn't listen to me. He came over here. It's a big waste of time, man. I told him I would do these two while he did those other two. All right, so we had a lack of communication there. I certainly didn't think he would come over there. I thought that we had talked about it, but maybe it wasn't clear enough. Because see, the last time we did this route the same way, and when he pulled up over there, I was about done. And so I was just thinking to myself, okay, I mean, I thought about it last time, you know, when he pulled up over there and he spent about 5 minutes there and then he was gone. You know, it ain't a big deal because he ain't had to drive far or nothing. You know, I just trying to get done as quick as I can, you know. But, and this did, you know, him driving down there, I mean, probably lost about 30 minutes. He says 20, I say 30. Can't do nothing in 20 minutes. You got to factor in the time it took him to get down there, and then the time it takes him to get back to the route, and then the time that you're not at the next job, which now we got to do the whole thing. See, normally he would already be over there and damn near done with all the weed eating and stuff. And see how that holds it, that 20 minutes with him over there with a weed eater running, shit, he's done weed eating at the next property that we're going to now. Now both of us are going to pull up over there at the same time. That defeats the purpose of having two trucks. Not a big deal, but I'm gonna cry about it because I don't like to waste time, energy, and resources. And it might be my fault. I don't think so, but it might be. We can say that. It's all good. My guy does a great job. So these little things, whether it's my fault or his fault, you know, we'll work them out as we get to know each other and how each other works. We've only been working it together for about 4 months, 3.5 months. So I've had guys out here for whole seasons that ain't as far along as him. I ain't talking about on the work part, you know, I'm talking about on the judgment. But we're getting better and better at this every rotation. Better and better, quicker and quicker. Me too. I'm getting quicker too because I'm having to, you know, when I had Bo and all those other guys out here, I didn't have to do nothing except for stress. You know, I'm finding myself back in the flow, me actually doing some of the work, you know, physically doing some of the lawn work, and it's not bad at all. I'm fast, so I ain't the fastest, but I'm pretty damn fast. You ain't got to be no athlete to be good at this. You just got to be thinking about what you're doing and know how to work with said equipment and be a pimp. Pimp the equipment. Don't let it pimp you. Just saying, y'all. So we got this one, and then we got 2 more. It's 11 o'clock. We're at about $500 right now. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, we're not quite at 500. The last 2 pay good. We're at about what? Probably right around 400 right now. But in an hour, we'll be over 500, and then those 2 that we're going to do, the 2 over in the gated community, they're going to be well, they pay more than most. One's 170, the other one's 150. So that's a big chunk right there, you know? And it only takes us about an hour and a half, hour and 45 minutes. It might take us about 2 today. I should have brought the backer, but I didn't. Y'all know what it is, man. I ain't got time to kick it, y'all.